Even though it's morally right for Igbos to be president, they can't rule without the North, Uche. The outcome of the 2023 presidential election, which resulted in Bola Ahmed Tinubu assuming the presidency, is currently under dispute at the Election Petition Tribunal. The petitioners argue that the election was conducted in violation of the laid-down procedures by INEC. San Chris Uche, the lead legal counsel representing Atiku Abubakar's team, has alleged that Senator Dino Melaye played a significant role as a witness during the recent court proceedings. According to Uche, Melaye provided valuable insights into the court regarding the importance of the Integrated Registers of Voters, IREV, and how the Electoral Commission deliberately undermined the integrity of the electoral process. He further emphasized that Melaye's involvement has strengthened their case against Tinubu's victory. Uche expressed optimism that Melaye's intervention would further bolster their position in making their path to success smoother. Quoting the exact statement released by Chris Uche, he said, "Even though it's morally right for Igbos to be president, they can't rule without the North. Our witness is a very experienced person. He played a key role in the legislature, which is the subject matter of this case. Our witness, Dino Melaye, gave evidence in court on how IREV was sabotaged. He spoke about the innovation in the Electoral Act, specifically the aspect of electronic transmission of results, which is the bone of contention." The problem is we're acting like as if there's going to be an outcome. And I'm personally tired of it. Because the body you're going to fight for justice is already tampered with. Has proven itself on several occasions. The judicial system, INEC itself as a body, has proven to be inconsistent and here and there, depending on who is president, because the presidency basically owns INEC. So, having known this for so many years, why is everybody acting? I think this is why we're behind as a nation. Because we're out here pretending like as if we go through the due process in an abnormal system, that we would get the right results. It just doesn't make sense. And this is why this case would keep going until somebody gets tired. Because the Nigerian government has proven that if you want to go to court, they have the energy to take you there and frustrate your efforts. I also think it is very backwards that we are fighting for this, or Atiku, Labour Party, PDP, are fighting to validate their votes and obviously call out the current president. Don't you think that it is backwards after a president has been inaugurated? If there are accusations that, this person is not meant to be president, let us validate their votes. Due process was not carried out in different areas. Why would the system in itself go ahead and inaugurate a president? Why? Because the guy is in office. He don't enter. He's not president. And I think it's the false hope and the false pretense that we think something would come out of an already failed system. Because the more we keep trying, the more we keep failing and proving to ourselves that we keep failing, it just doesn't make sense. And I think rather than getting emotional and then talking about the same thing and talking about how the system is failing, how can INEC do this? They're the ones who came up with the Electoral Act. They came up with IREV, BVAS, whatever you want to call it. They're the ones that said, you know what? 2021, new Electoral Act. They set out guidelines. They're the ones who came with it themselves. So if the people decided to change the rules of the game, 2 years to the elections, you think these people are not planning? They made the rules of the game. They can choose to tamper whenever they want to. And they have proven to do that in several occasions. So why are we acting surprised? And fighting for something that, to be frank, is already lost. It's like we are basically choosing to be delusional by thinking that fighting this through with the tribunal will lead to an outcome. Look at Nnamdi Kanu. He's still been detained. Look at DSS. Look at all these bodies, right, who are meant to when it comes to holding the integrity, in terms of holding the fabric and the hold and respect of their respective bodies, because it's how these individual bodies act that would literally influence and then give a whole picture as to how the system works. But you have the DSS, you have the Electoral Commission, you have the judicial system. All these bodies in itself have chosen and have shown to be inconsistent, lack integrity, lack so many things, lack character in how they operate. Do you know how many times DSS has flouted court orders like it's nothing? Let's start with that. Look at how INEC has been managed by political parties over the years. Nigeria has just broken rules that it's even made for itself. Flouted orders, flouted laws. Like, you even, it's that deep that even, those that are meant to be the police and protect citizens, they tell citizens to their face, I will shoot you, and no one will do anything about it. So we have built a system that has emboldened the worst of the worst to do things and get away with it. But what is worse is that they do things right in front of our faces and still get away with it. So who has the power? Because it's the people that deceive themselves that they have the power when they are being disrespected right under their noses, right in front of them. And they think that they will go through this. It's like, you want to play another man's game. I don't understand. And that's why I'm an advocate for this whole constitution, all this. If we're looking for politics to save us, it's not going to. The lack of progress that we have goes even beyond the government, although the government goes a huge part. But the thinking of the people and how we progress, especially in our thinking, is just backwards. So, in my personal opinion, the system itself is already flawed. So, going back and forth, inevitably, what I'm saying is that this fight is not worth it. I don't think it's worth it. The guy is president. The person they said he has won. He's been inaugurated. They've followed due process to make him, to put him in office, and he's there. So what do we do? So the fact that we're out here talking and fighting, it's literally a lost battle. Look at Nnamdi Kanu. The guy is still in court. Do you know how he has been battered and bruised? And Nigerians we like to fool ourselves, We say things, we have the energy, we're going to do this. The energy is bubbling, it's sizzling. You think there's hope. It's just energy. When it's not hot, the particles will come down. They won't be erupting everywhere. Disorganized emotions, reacting. So when we're cool, what do? We do nothing. The cycle starts again. We are provoked. Energy. We say we'll call the International Criminal Courts. The international community will help us. Here for what? Who are we? Why would the international community just stop and say, let's focus on Nigeria? We haven't built that relevance yet. If we don't sort ourselves out, I don't know how anything's going to happen. But we need to find a way. And a way is we need to stop talking and do more. But what do you think? Don't forget to like and subscribe.